As a frequent visitor and admirer of our institution, I have noticed recurring problems with the electrical system. Specifically, there appear to be intermittent power failures and fluctuations. Upon further investigation and discussion with other visitors, it seemed that the problem might be related to the grounding and the use of red coal.
The electricity that comes from the bowels of the earth is the first step. This is not the usual electricity that you know from the house where you live. It is red coal electricity. Its red color comes from the way it grew. This electricity can be seen in cinemas and theaters. The electricity is plugged into the amplification and lighting mechanisms. It helps us to be in space and go to the bathroom when we need to, when there are glowing lines that light the way. The sound is created from the vibration of air, a change in atmospheric pressure. This is how you can listen to a person who spoke to me for 5 years. You can listen to him and see his character. The vibrating air is recorded and then broadcast out of the mouth of a movie character.
We will listen to the founder's story and then return to the complaints. He tells us his life story and the way he traveled from Japan to Russia, the snakes he hunted on the way and kept their skin so he could show his village the journey, so there were no cameras. He thinks you have to see a branch break to understand where its sound comes from, like a leg and a hand. Right to remember, right to carve a stone, to prove to everyone. This is how our sad man continues his journey. He sees the destruction done to his village. Concrete and dust. His sorrow in the face of the world, in the face of the fact that he cannot do anything. keeps turning around and wants to go back. He pulls out a map from his bag and sees with his plans that they have now painted black. New lines that cross between people, landscape lines. If there is a forest, there is now a big hole in the ground.
Burned. Who knows was stone, and the orange grove has burned. The orange burned.
Landscape lines.
He pulls out a map from his bag.
If now painted black. New lines that cross between people. Landscape lines. If there is a forest, there is now a big hole in the ground. The pool is full of stones, and the orange grove has burned. Upon further investigation and discussion with other visitors, it seemed that the problem might be related to the grounding and the use of red coal. These issues are causing not only inconvenience, but also potential safety hazards for visitors and staff. Given the importance of the Cinematec as a cultural hub and its rich history dating back to its I broke a glass. And its rich history dating back to its founding. I believe it is crucial to address these technical problems promptly to maintain the high standards and safety of our beloved institution. Could you please provide an update on the steps being taken to resolve these issues? If there is any way I or other patrons can assist or support these efforts, please let me know. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I look forward to your response. Best regards. He walks and sees planes in the sky, watches their sonic waves changing shape. A single orange cloud. A stone in his shoe stops him. And he sits down, hunched under the shade of a tree. He listens. Just for a moment, he dances. Then listens to the sound of his fingernails digging into the ground. He sits and dreams a dream.
I like cinemas. They have these carpeted floors that always feel a bit sticky, and the lighting is perfectly dim, almost like they're hiding a secret. I mean the buildings. Cinemas are charming on the inside too, especially after they've been revamped too many times. Cramming in the latest sound systems and adding elevators that take you to mysterious upper levels. Cinemas are great because they're filled with people, not just the audience, but the projectionists, the ushers, the concession stand folks, and the tech crew, hidden away in their little booth. And then there are the people you don't think about, like the ones who clean up after everyone leaves or manage the ticket sales from some back office. That's pretty comforting to think about. Cinemas are intriguing because they have their own dramas. What other places have moments of tension when the projector glitches or the sound goes off? Especially when those little mishaps make it to social media. Rows upon rows of seats packed with moviegoers, and yet, there are always those forgotten corners with dusty old posters and unused equipment. Nowhere else does the smell of popcorn blend so perfectly with the faint scent of worn-out upholstery. The larger the cinema, the better the snack bar. As long as cinemas exist, there's still a place for communal experiences. If I worked for a courier company, I'd love delivering to a cinema. And nowhere else does wearing a visitor's badge feel like an invitation to a secret club. Cinemas are fantastic. It's not just the screens and seats. No, it's the vibe inside. It doesn't really matter what film is playing or if it's any good, as long as it's a shared experience in the dark. But once the cinema shuts down, the building loses its magic, its energy, its significance. That's reason enough for me.